presence of a champion.
Alright, welcome back. Now in this match, as you can just see, because of the Luna doing what she just did, instead of being ready to stop the ball, we scored. Next is the other player. Now the other player had a boost, which he could have used to get himself out of there, but he decided to, and I quote, make himself.
I can score with just one eye open.
Well, he allowed himself to get KO'd. Now, that left them with only the goalie and the other player. Sometimes, either you take the L or you just get yourself out of there. Don't waste your boost energy. Don't do that. The other thing this player doesn't do is play the score. He's trying to play the KO. Playing the KO doesn't help. Now the other thing that also a mistake made, my partner. Now several times my partner would come over to my side in that match, and several times the ball would go into the opposite direction. Now I don't mind them doing that to assist and then run back, but it's not a good option. The main reason why I say that is because there's a chance, no, there's a definite, that the other team would pass the ball in the position that he last was. The position that he was supposed to be blocking, which is upward or downward, left or right, however you see it. The main thing I always tell people when I play this game, I say the words, spread out. I keep pressing it because playing in your positionings help. Now, unless you and the other person are so close to like the goalie that y'all making a pincer attack to break the defensive goalpost, sure. But if the goalie's good enough to control the analog or whatever he's using to play the game, and he's able to pass the ball downward, and either his other teammates or one of his two teammates are open or whatever, then y'all screw yourselves over by playing so close together. Spread out allows for y'all to come in, pass the ball, and make it harder for the goalie to be like, wait, which one of y'all should I watch out for the core? That's why whenever I play the game, I'm always gonna tell you to spread out because that's the best way to win a game. If you stay spread it out, I can pass you the ball several times, or you can be open for when the ball comes your direction. If you're right next to me, if you're like falling behind me, that's not spread out. Because if we both miss the ball, we're both running in the same direction. We're both doing this. Saying spread out lets one of us be open for the other position. We don't need to run for the ball in one position to the other. Another prime example of this, who all have placed the game with a Ramus or Ramos? Like my current game right now, I got him. Now, if I'm checking, if he's on my side of the field, I'm gonna check him because I know how his abilities work, and I know that leaving him alone is not okay. Now you can see in that game, my other teammate is real bad at doing their job as a Juno. I had to support them several times as an Octavia. Oh, now this. Now this is where I'm mad at my player because the Rummus literally came over there and the Juno just stood there, did nothing. Didn't try to stop it. Now here's where the goalie asking me to help. I am helping. I'm doing the most help than the Juno is. See, here's why I know where the Juno's screwing up because the Juno. Like the Juno just does so much in that game that I question whether or not they're good. Now you're probably thinking, but you see me helping the Juno, trying to help. Like the Rummus is doing a good job soloing. He doesn't need help from his Vosh character, and sometimes he gets help from the goalie. And the goalie, But that's why I feel like Juno sucks at, like, my Juno character, my Juno teammate, basically. They're trying to rely on Juno abilities. Now, I'm not saying that's not bad. It's just when if you have to play a game without the abilities of these characters, you get to learn how well of a character this person is. Like right now, the Juno went to help me on my side. Instead of staying down there. Then they just got killed. But you want to know the worst part about that? Even though they got killed, it's the Voss. It's the Voss that help us score after they got killed, because our Juno meant to move the thing out of the attack for the Voss. For the Voss, basically our Juno moved it in front of the Voss attack, so when her solo got done, it went into the goal. Y'all already know that. So she may have got killed, but we scored. Now, you see how the dude just said pass, and then he just used up his ability to not only do that, but now the goalie's screwing up just as much as the Juno. Now I just said screw it and killed the Voss. Now this is what the Juno could have shined. But nope, she doesn't shine. And here's again is where the Voss screws up the team. Doing her guitar solo without making sure that the ball is not in the direction. Now, the game gives you a cancel feature, but hey. Now this is where the Juno is being a good character. Not only did she time herself, but she also taught her abilities. Now this is what the Juno and I both command. First she used her blob, then I hit the ball into the blob, boom, score. Now this was the only time where the Juno was doing good, which I give her credit for. but most of the time she overused herself by jumping from one side to the other. Unless you got that secondary double jump thing, don't do it. Now here's where the other team screwed up. You see, the other team's Juno, which is the goalie, should have took the long range that I just took and gave to Octavia. And they screwed it up because now you gave Octavia a long range. My shots had a problem with mid range. Now that they have long range, I can do a lot more. But there's still the problem with the Juno. So the Juno overuses her abilities. As I just mentioned before, you saw how she jumped down there, couldn't keep the ball down there, and then now whenever I have to assist the Juno, now this is where our goalie screwed up, because even though I was playing a game of back and forth, the goalie had the chance to stop that and pass it down, but nope. Now this is where you can tell where the Juno's repeating herself. See, she jumped without guarantee that the core was down there. And then she goes all over the place without guarantee. Even use her ability, jumping again. Even overusing the whole. See, jumping out. And then see, jump straight over to my side without paying attention to where the ball is going to be.
Now that play was in concert.
You don't need to waste your abilities jumping. Pay attention to the ball and just stay spread out. If I miss it, then come over here and jump. But otherwise, don't use your ability to jump from one side to the other. See? Did it again. The ball went straight back to where the Juno was. And she jumped all the way from my side to get the ball.
Perfect harmony.
She literally doesn't pay attention in that game, even though she's my teammate, or he, or whatever. The Juno player just doesn't pay attention. Even jumping now, I'm like, what was the point of you jumping? See? Did again. Jump without guaranteeing the ball was gonna be right there. See? Did it again. Jumping, jumping, jumping.
Didn't I say
And this is where the freaking Rummus is MVP because he knows how to play, but my teammate, no. Jumping. I'm like, why are you overusing her ability? Just pay attention and be skilled. And now this is where it starts screwing all of us over. He managed to get his special. And that's not good. Not good. So, now that he got his special up, he's gonna try to spam the whole, oh, I'm gonna pull the core over here. So if no one's checking him, he's gonna do that multiple times. Now, as you just saw from that, my teammate did that. Now, this is where I was bad. Now, this is where I was bad, the bad guy. Now, this is where me, the goalie, all three of us, but I was the bad guy the most because at the time, now, most people will be like, oh, help, or help KO. So, at the time, both the Rummus and the Voss were together. So, when they were together, you know what I did? What did you do? I made sure to KO both of them because they were together. Now, this is where things are always going to be complicated. I can never have a good team. And there I go for the score. Now, the Juno did do good right there, but she, like I just said, jumping all over the place could always screw you over. Now this is where the goalie is screwing up because either you pass the ball, you know what they're trying to do, and yet you ain't gonna pass me the ball because they're trying to break the goalpost right there. You only have that one goalpost you need to defend right there. So basically, don't let them break that. Pass the ball towards me, who's not near that goalpost. Now here's where the other now here's where I get awesome. Because I got first place in that last match, I get to have Octavia's speed. Now, I got Octavia with long range and speed. And 2 moves that says I get to replenish all my abilities by just hitting stuff. Oh, they're about to see how bad they're about to lose this. Now this is, like I said, over jumping.
Let's play that one back, shall we?
Now this is where the Voss who literally did that guitar solo was like, wait, how could you? Now she's gonna blame the Romans, but that's your fault. You're the one that did the guitar solo. See? Overusing the use of her abilities. And did it again. Killed 2 players because da 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 da. Now this is where you can tell my teammate sucks. And I scored. Because they did all of that and they still couldn't score. Or it took them a while to break the goalpost. And that's where my Juno character comes in with the special. And we win. Too much of an easy win. But it would have been easier if my player knew how to just stay spread out, use your ability when you need to use them, and stop overdoing stuff. You just did way too much. And the fact that I got 6 KOs in that match, I wasn't even trying to get KOs. They just gave me opportunities to get KOs. That's the whole point. I was given opportunity. Like most people, oh, click on the who click on the KOs. Yeah, don't do it. Don't listen to them. What? You need to save your abilities for scoring or breaking the goalpost. If you listen to them and you KO 1 or 2 people, and the goalie's good at blocking, that just shows that you can't win without those abilities now. Never go for anyone that say KO them. Also, make sure you stay spread it out, just like how I just did 2 people twice in that game. I double KO'd both of them because they were together. Together. Never be together. Ever. And that'll be it for this video. See you next time on Mistakes Made in Omega Strikers.